Today we are talking about obedience to God. The Bible is full of rules and instructions for those who want to follow Jesus in their everyday life. God's rules don't always make sense to us, but God is always right. He doesn't make mistakes, and He knows what's best for everyone. When He tells us to love and pray for our enemies, He means it. He knows if you follow the instruction, you will change the situation between you and someone you don't like. When He says not to gossip, He means it, because if you gossip, you'll hurt someone else and you could make enemies out of people you now call friends. Once you obey God, you put His plan into action. You will find that things are better after you obey. God has been asking His followers to do things differently for a long time. Let's look at the story of Noah in Genesis, the first book of the Bible. Noah was a great man of God. He put God first in everything and always obeyed what God asked him to do. One day, God told Noah to do something that seemed very odd. He said to build a big boat called an ark. Boats aren't weird. The weird thing about this request was that Noah didn't live anywhere near a river, lake, or ocean. Where would he even use this boat? But God added more to the request. He told Noah that it was going to flood, and he needed to put his entire family on that boat to save them. God also told him to take 2 of every type of animal on the earth with him, so they would survive the flood. Now, the place where Noah lived never got rain. It hadn't rained for years, so this made God's request seem even more weird. Noah obeyed God immediately. He worked hard building his ark every day. People nearby would come and make fun of Noah. He's building a boat, but where's the water? There's no water anywhere. He would warn them that the floods were coming. He told them to follow God and stop doing things their own way, but no one listened. They made fun of him and laughed instead. Years and years later, the boat was finished. The rains began to fall. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rains covered the earth. Noah's ark floated on top of the water. He was safe. He obeyed God, and God protected him. Obeying God may sometimes seem hard, but He always knows what is best for you. So what about you? Do you obey what God tells you to do in the Bible? Do you honor your parents? Do you pray about everything? Do you treat people nice that may not deserve it? It can seem like the Bible asks us to do some pretty strange things. But if you obey God, no matter what He asks, you will realize that after you have obeyed, things seem right. Here are 3 reasons you should obey God. Take 1. God knows what's best for you. Take 2. God will use you to help others. Take 3. God knows what is going to happen in your life. Remember, treat others the way you want to be treated. We'll see you next week.